historical attractions, pristine and untouched nature, or even man-made, can be found in every corner of this world that can attract you. However, we have come across many touristic cities, or traveled to these cities and enjoyed seeing them. But there are countries that, despite their unique beauty and attractions, are known as the most dangerous countries in the world to travel to. Do you think that despite the beautiful scenery of these dangerous countries, they are worth the trip? Number 1. South Sudan, with the official name of the Republic of South Sudan, is a country in Africa that gained independence from Sudan on July 9, 2011, and the United Nations recognized the independence of South Sudan. South Sudan is the youngest country in the world, which has seen many changes since independence in 2011. According to Khan, peace has given way to civil war and tribal differences have increased, according to the UN report. More than 2 million people have become homeless in this country and tens of thousands have lost their lives. In this situation, the tribe is located with people who prefer to do what they know best, herding cows. Their entire lifestyle revolves around their prized livestock, the Enkol and Watosi, a breed of horned cattle known as the king's cow. Each of these cows is so revered that they are rarely killed for their meat. Each of these cows is a mobile storehouse of food, pharmacy, dowry, and even a friend. Cows are one of the main sources of people's life, and even determine their lifestyle. Mundari men lie under cow urine. Cow urine has 2 properties for them: body disinfectant and beauty use, because the ammonia in cow's urine changes their body hair to orange color. At the same time, they set fire to the cow dung that they have piled on each other. Its high-quality ash, which has a peach-like color, is used as a disinfectant and sunscreen by shepherds against the overwhelming heat. Mundari people sleep among their cows. They sleep about 2 meters from their favorite cow and keep an eye on the situation from a distance with a gun, although this kind of action is not so strange for them. North-South conflict. From 1955 to 2005 led to 2 civil wars and the deaths of at least 2 million people. The origin of this separation goes back to the civil wars of Sudan. The civil wars of Sudan are not only related to the new era of Sudan, and these wars started during the time of Jafar Namiri. Of course, the effects of war are not few. There are still minefields left from the war era, which sometimes become a problem for livestock grazing. The continuation of the war in South Sudan has kept the Mundari tribe away from the rest of the world. They don't go to cities and have their own lifestyle. The weapons of the Mundari people are not for war, but to defend their cattle. They will take care of the cow king at any cost. Number 2. Libya, with the official name of the Libyan government, is a country in North Africa, located in the south of the Mediterranean Sea. Libya gained independence in 1950, won under the name Kingdom of Libya, and was led from 1969 to 2011 by Muammar Gaddafi, who came to power in a military coup. In 2011, with the partial victory of Gaddafi's opposition, a large part of Libya came under the control of the National Transitional Council. Libya's seat in the United Nations was handed over to the representative of the National Transitional Council on September 16, 2011. And with the fall of Muammar Gaddafi's regime in 2011, Libya became an unstable and disobedient country. These conditions have made the penetration of armed groups so easy that it has made it difficult for the government to control parts of the country. These groups can be a threat to the internal and external security of Libya and the region. In this country, the central government is not able to fully control the country, and different groups are trying to capture different areas with the aim of gaining power and influence. This political instability has weakened law and order in the country. One of the main dangers of living in Libya is security threats. Various armed groups and militias operate throughout the country, and some areas of the country are under their control. These groups constantly launch armed conflicts and civil wars that can damage the lives of ordinary people and increase security risks. Number 3. One of the most dangerous countries in the world to travel to is Afghanistan. Afghanistan has been involved in civil wars for many years, which endangers the safety of tourists in this country. Hotels and guest houses that provide full service to foreigners and even the Afghan government are constantly under threat. And the risk of these attacks comes from terrorists whose attack methods have become more sophisticated in recent years. In addition, there is a risk of kidnapping throughout the country, and road trips across the country are extremely dangerous, especially outside of Kabul. Now that the previous government of Afghanistan has fallen, and the entire country has fallen into the hands of the Taliban, this country has become more dangerous than before and has been removed from the list. It has completely abandoned the tourist countries. Afghanistan is known as one of the most dangerous countries in the world to travel to. But the pleasure of viewing the Minaret of Jam, which dates back to the 12th century and is registered in the UNESCO World Heritage List, has been denied to those interested. Number 4. Somalia is an independent country located in the Horn of Africa region in East Africa, and its capital is Mogadishu. Somalia is facing many problems and risks that negatively affect its development and progress. Somalia has been facing severe political instability in recent decades. Civil war, ethnic strife, and political differences have made the country always strive to create a united and stable government. Somalia is also facing serious security problems. Various armed groups, including Al-Shabaab, which is known for terrorism, operate in this country. These groups create insecurity and fear among the people and disrupt the development of the country. This country is one of the poorest countries in the world, and the largest percentage of its population lives in poverty and unemployment. This problem increases social inequality, lowers the standard of living, and lacks access to basic services. He is facing many problems in the field of healthcare. Diseases such as malaria, dysentery, tuberculosis, and AIDS are common in this country and have caused deaths and serious illnesses. Most of the population of Somalia is facing the problem of lack of nutrition. The lack of food and improper nutrition has caused a decrease in the level of health and an increase in diseases in this country. Number 5 is Nigeria, a country in West Africa. Its capital is Abuja, and its largest city is Lagos. The population of this country is about 230 million people, and its official language is English. Boko Haram, an Islamic jihadist group, operates in Nigeria. They seek to establish an Islamic government and implement Sharia laws. The violence of this group has caused many areas of the country to be under threat. Nigeria faces significant ethnic and tribal diversity, which sometimes causes conflict and violence. Such violence can be in the form of torture, murder, kidnapping, and destruction of public property. Nigeria is facing some security and crime problems. Robbery, drug trafficking, kidnapping of some people by armed groups, and trying to force them to pay money are among the problems that can be mentioned in this field. Economic corruption is widespread in this country. This problem can have major effects on the country's economic and social progress and weaken public trust and insecurity. The oil industry in Nigeria is one of the country's biggest sources of income, but it also creates serious environmental crises. Oil spills and pollution in areas where the oil industry is active. These areas and people are facing serious problems. Finally, considering these dangerous conditions, it is recommended to always pay attention to personal safety and awareness of the environment and local conditions. Avoid essential trips to areas of questionable security. Also, following local laws and regulations is a function of helping to increase the safety and quality of life for you and your family. Thank you for watching this video until the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our channel for support.